Hey, this is Mark Barrett. Thanks for visiting my website. Now, you're probably here because you're either looking at becoming involved in network marketing and you're trying to figure out if Shaklee is the right company for you, or you've been in the business before and you're kind of hoping that this is the company that's finally going to make it happen for you. Well, congratulations. You're about 30% right so far. Because let's face it, Shaklee is one of the most respected names in the nutritional industry and has been for years. Now, in light of today's economic downturn, there are more people looking for opportunity now than ever before. And with its unique position in that nutritional market, Shaklee's been growing pretty darn explosively. So you correctly picked a rapidly growing company with a hot product line, but that's not going to save you. Chances are, what are you going to do? You're going to make a list of everybody you know. You're going to call them up. You're going to twist their arm to try to get them to join you. And once you've given that your best shot and you're out of leads, then you're going to join the ranks of other unhappy distributors off in search of the gold, the next company that's finally going to make it happen for you. Now, the problem is it's not going to be any different there. It's going to be just the same. The part of the equation you missed here is the job description. It's called network marketing. Notice how they didn't call it network selling. They didn't call it, let me jam it down my warm market's throat. You know, those approaches all work to some extent. Let's face it. We can talk people into joining us in the business in our warm market, pressure them a little bit. But that's simply going to get you into the NFL, which stands for No Friends Left Club. You don't want to be there. Now, if you're going to approach this as a serious business and you want to make a lot of money, which is why we're here, right? You're going to have to learn marketing. And if you learn how to market effectively and you're with the right company, you got more than a shot at it. You can put yourself into the top 1% of the company's earners. So if that's where you want to be, let me share a couple of key concepts with you here that are going to make a huge difference in the future success of your business. Now, my background for many years has been business development and marketing. And I've had the good fortune to be involved in the network marketing industry for over 22 years now. Now, during that period of time, I must have seen every business building approach imaginable. And I've used them all. Chasing your warm market, and yes, I did that. Fax broadcasting, email marketing, voice broadcasting, resume database mining, opportunity business cards, yard signs. That was pretty big for a while. Now, these are all valid low volume approaches. And if you're currently using any of them, I'm not here to tell you to stop or that they don't work. Truth is, they all work to some extent. The problem is that some work better than others, but most people just don't have enough time, money, or resources to throw at the problem to get to the goal. The success of these low volume approaches, like working your warm market, are based on the assumption that you have a 1%er lurking in there somewhere. You know, that person that's going to come into your organization and explode your group. And you know there very well could be, but the chances are there's not. And the time it takes you to use those low volume approaches to build your business, it pretty much guarantees it's going to take you years if ever to reach your goals. So if you're looking for massive success, you need massive activity. And you generate that by using high volume approaches. Now, when I first entered the network marketing field, even though I'd been a pretty successful business person before, let's face it, it's a different industry. I had no clue on how to make it work. And I failed, I'm embarrassed to say, miserably for several months. I probably quit 5 times just in my first 6 months. You know how it is. I got so sick of chasing my warm market around only to hear the excuses. You know, Mark, I haven't decided yet. Mark, I'm still looking at several options. Mark, I haven't ruled it out yet. Mark, follow up with me next week. It drove me nuts. But you know, I just couldn't let it go. I was hooked on the idea of getting that residual income. Now, finally, I got some really good marketing advice from some successful business people who understood how to market. They pointed out that I was spending far too much time chasing lukewarm prospects around, and that I should broaden my market to a much larger group and find the dead serious people who saw the opportunity the same way I did. Now, from that point, things changed. I went on to build a very large organization almost entirely from cold marketing approaches, not by talking to friends and family. I became a 7-figure yearly income earner, and over the years I've made millions in this industry. Now, my success was because I learned the lesson of working the numbers and using a marketing system that could generate a high volume of lead traffic that could easily be duplicated by my organization. Now, using these high volume approaches allows you to generate such a massive amount of leads, high numbers, that you really can't miss finding the dead serious people. Now, the high volume success formula really has 4 basic elements. Number 1 is a way to generate a high volume of traffic. You know, those leads that keep flowing into you on a daily, consistent basis. Number 2 is a sifting tool that allows you to separate the job seekers from the people who are really interested in opportunity. Number 3 is a presentation format. Number 4 is a follow-up strategy. So, years ago, my traffic formula was based on stuff that really worked incredibly well at the time. classified ads in major newspapers, which gave me 80 to 100 leads a week, funneled them into a recorded voicemail, a 2-minute summary to separate the job seekers from the opportunity seekers. Then I brought the remaining people, the prospects, into my living room in groups of 6 to 10 people 3 times a day, showed them a videotape, sent them home. Follow-up strategy was that I didn't need to, because the people that came in were serious because they saw I had an opportunity or a marketing system that worked, and they wanted in. So did it work? Well, I tell you what, it allowed me to sponsor over 250 dead serious people in 2 years. And that gave me an income stream of over $1.5 million a year by my third year. Now today, the traffic formula is different. It's not in the newspapers anymore, it's online. And the traffic is huge, much bigger than running in a local newspaper. And it's not hard to get to if you have the tools in the system. Now the good part is, you're not going to have to put 30 people into your living room every day. That was a gyration. And once you get this set up, it'll run pretty much on autopilot 24 hours a day. And it's international. And of course, Shaklee is international, so that's something where you can tap into those other markets no matter where they are in the world. Let me show you a system that will not only totally change the way you look at building your business, but will also radically change your bottom line. With this system, your marketing will actually pay for itself, and it will allow you to generate a volume of leads you never dreamed possible. I mean, how would you like to have 50 leads a day to power your Shaklee business? 50 leads a day. I know people that are doing that with this exact system. Now, look, even if you're only generating 10 leads a day, which is pretty easy to get to at a fairly short period of time, that means you would have about 300 leads a month. Generally, you'd be able to sponsor maybe 3 to 5% of those into your business. Now tell me, would being able to sponsor 10 people a month into your Shaklee business change your financial picture? You better believe it would. So I believe the high traffic system I can show you is probably the #1 most powerful internet-driven lead approach in today's market for you to hit the numbers you need to explode your organization. So now you got a decision to make. The next step is to put your name and email address in on that little form down below, and I'll see you on the inside. Or you can take the skeptical approach. Pretend that what I'm saying couldn't possibly be true and just click me off. Well, I challenge you. Step up to the plate, step inside, and let's see if what I have to teach you can truly change your business. Now, whatever your decision, I do wish you the best of luck. And don't worry about putting your information in down there. It's my website. Your information goes only to me, but it will allow me to email you a number of business building tips and tricks and strategies over the next few days to kind of coach you on how to bring your business up to the next level. See you on the inside.